Ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest day in Paragon I have yet seen, and it just got bigger. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new dawn of Paragon. The sins of the past are swept away as the people look towards the future. A new way to build, ladies and gentlemen, brings an entirely different itemization system. 100 brand new cards, new gen system to augment your hero's stats and unlock unique effects, and level up your hero from anywhere on the battlefield via attributes. With unlimited variety of power, how will you guys use it? Glycerium Dawn, throw out a freaking fireball, man. Pack leader, sick an entire minion wave, only your minions, on a enemy hero. Obviously great here for pushing lanes and in the off lane. We have Black Ice Routine to deal 250 ability damage to nearby enemies and to deploy a 250 movement speed throw slow for 3 whole seconds. And Group Stasis. Now, Stasis technically just holds things temporarily and doesn't include a silence or a stun, but that is how it is currently at the moment. And of course, Veil Stepper. Enter the Shadow Plane for 3 seconds after passing a fog wall. Guys, those are just a glimpse at some of the amazing things that's out there. Universal decks, guys. Affinities are not tied to heroes. Instead, they are tied to decks. So you can use any deck on any hero, and you can just do what you want. Play each style and choose what you want to do. Unlock even more abilities. You can level up your agility, vitality, and intellect to activate gems, a new sort of passive systems that are replacing a lot of cards. Choose and slot 6 total gems to increase your stats and get unique effects during the match to use alongside cards. Freaking multi-shot agility gem. A range basic attacks fire 2 additional projectiles, each dealing 80% basic damage. Insane, as you can see. Murdoch going to town on 3 heroes and can hit all of them. Vitality. Ferocity gem here. Gain up to 42 attack speed based on your missing health. The more somebody cuts you down, the more you attack. And of course, Spell Shield is still in the game as an intellect gem. Block the next ability that hits you. Obviously, absolutely fantastic. Now they've added in a whole PvE mechanic. There's going to be modes out in the future. They've kind of teased about it, and they're going to use this power-up system where you can now level up cards by collecting duplicates. With each level gained, the card increases in power. That's only in co-op and solo versus AI, however. In PvP, they all are reset to their base level just for, good gameplay and balance sake. Of course, guys, we have the Iggy and Scorch upgrade. You have to watch this overview video. It is unfreaking believable as the new Mecha skin looks to die for, guys. So, Iggy and Scorch were both outcasts and survive in the deserts of Zechen with nothing but each other for help. When they were kidnapped by mysterious metalmen and flown to a meta, they crashed the ship and escaped out into the desert, which was perfect for them. They stole their weapons from a junkyard run by Drongo. Iggy and Scorch's ability set has changed from top to bottom. Completely top to bottom. Go and see that in my recent gameplay video coming out today with new turrets, a new attack from Scorch, and an ultimate that doesn't require close combat. While Iggy is a well-loved hero responsible for many great videos recently, we're happy to finally have him in a state that realizes the dream of a turret hero. That is that's a reference there. I hope you guys get that. So he's fantastic. I love him. I'm really gonna enjoy playing him, nailing down a deck. It's going to just be fantastic. Mastery rework, guys. More rewards, more levels, more mastery. We've reworked the mastery system and raised the 10 rank cap to 99 for each hero. A rank is made up of 10 levels, and each level being just a few games away. So every about 2 hours, they've said you should be able to get a level. And every 10 levels, you go up a rank. Up to 99 ranks. That's meaning that there's what? There are 990 levels. So 990 levels times 2 hours. You can see that is a ridiculous amount of time. And you know what? The whole system where they give you a rival skin at mastery level 6, hero banners at 3 and 5, new taunts at 2 and 7, and crowns all along the way is just fantastic. You'll keep any rewards earned from the previous system as everything is converted. So don't worry about that. Wonderful. You get to see the nice crown there, a nice Iggy and Scorch emote. He is just fantastic. He's annoying, but boy, he's awesome. And we now attack faster, guys. Yes, that's right. We have increased the attack speed and reduced cooldowns of all heroes. This change embraces the level of immersion we set out to create with the launch of Paragon. Basic attacks and abilities feel snappier and more responsive as cooldowns have been reduced and everything. Early game lethality is lower as a result of the attack speed updates. Everything's kind of changed. The whole gameplay has rebalanced, as that's what they have said before. So this unfortunately doesn't look to be nice and see, but you can see that that on the right here, after he's attacking much faster. So all basic attack cooldowns are, I believe, every 0.95 seconds, down from 1.2 or 1.3 or whatever they were per hero. So it's much quicker, and you know what? It feels good. It really does feel good. So as you can see here, they had to obviously redo the entire balance, so the entire gameplay has been rebuilt from the ground up. This means every hero, tower, minion has new baseline stat attributes, and old numbers are no longer comparable. Everything's changed. It's a new baseline, so when you're trying to think of things now in version 42, the whole context has changed. So without playing a lot in version 42 and understanding how the fundamentals work, it's really hard to make judgments, and so guys, be patient. With that in mind, no numerical changes are included in the notes below. Check out our updated hero pages to see your favorite hero stats. This is a godsend for me, for Narendra, for anybody doing math, because everything has changed. There are changes to how critical strikes work. The mana regen formula has been altered, and we've added support for armor to go into the negative, yes, negative armor, increasing the damage you can inflict on your foes. So you don't have to worry about penetration, getting too much of it, etc. All these changes, which means shred also stacks on any pen and stuff like that. It's insane. All these changes and an entirely new economy have made for a better gameplay experience. Better is subjective. You will see if you guys like it. It's fast-paced. It's something else. I'm really hoping you guys can get into there. So as you can see, crunch base health much more than before, 740, and to 81 health per hero level. That's a lot more than before. Health regen more than before, and I think more per hero level. Mana, about the same mana regen. The formula's changed, so we're going to see a math video about that. Ability armor, tons more than before, and it doesn't increase in hero level, and basic armor a ton more than before, and a ton more per hero level. Basic attack damage is up, and attacks per second is up as well, 1.18, as opposed to he was 1.2, 1.3, something like that. So as you can see, 0.02% per hero level. It's absolutely incredible what all of these changes are. To give you an idea, here are the new hero pages, and you know what, if you are interested in knowing what your hero does, so for me, one of my favorite here is Kalari. You can see it tells you everything: base health, all of her attributes, her health regen, mana, ability armor, basic attack damage, attacks per second. It's just phenomenal with a wonderful system here. Look at this. Oh, it is absolutely incredible, guys. Just a wondrous job they have done. You can see the challenger skin you get once you immediately get your masteries, or the rival skin. Look at this rival skin, unbelievably gorgeous. Almost what the master skin is, but not necessarily what exactly. So you can see, I absolutely love it. And the King of the Jungle is back here. The King of the Jungle, Rampage himself, has some new toys at his disposal, which reiterate his health regen and add a new focus on sustained damage. So his passive now has an active part that gives you sustained damage based on your current health. So the more health you have, the more damage you do for a certain duration. So it makes him relatively bursty, but also dependent on his health. So that whole regen part is necessary here. The Grux box banner event. Sometimes a bug can be a work of art. Earn the oft memed, never forgotten Grug box banner by completing 10 matches during this new version 42. For those of you who crave the upgrade, get the Deluxe Grux box banner. Woo! By completing 25 matches during the same period. So just a wonderful little thing that the that the community did, and that Epic's on the train with. And of course, Sneaky Paragon Brothers, wondrous job here. You guys are a fantastic fantastic part of the community. Celebration sale to celebrate the new dawn. We are having a 33% off sale on skins, banners, and emotes. Everything, as far as I know, is up for grabs. So you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, to be honest with you. So next Tuesday, guys, some serious changes are coming, and you know what? There are some balanced, like some hero changes, as well as all of the rebalance. So all the rebalance, obviously that's like numbers and stuff like that, but there are some just fundamental changes to certain heroes. So for example, Kwang, his Gift of the Heavens here, Lifesteal Aura now only grants health on basic attacks. No longer grants health based on ability damage. Ability damage is pretty substantial here, especially in the late game. So now his Lifesteal Aura only grants health on basic attack. That's what I thought it should be. It's Lifesteal, it's not Life Grant. So there you go. It's what it should have been the entire time. Now, you know, a Kwang and a Gideon's not going to regenerate health when he uses his ultimate, right, on the enemy team, just because Kwang's around. I honestly like that. Morigesh, her hive has been changed, and I really like this. Now has the same duration over time, duration on all targets. So it doesn't matter if you have marked somebody or not, it has the same duration, but only slows the marked target. So before, the marked target had an increased duration from hive. Now it's the opposite. The only person that's slowed from the hive is now the marked target, and everybody has the full duration. I like that. It makes her more of the one-on-one sort of assassin that I think she honestly is. So Rampage, again, her passive is he is reworked. The passive part, Rampage regenerates a percentage of his max health every second while in the jungle. That's fantastic. But there's a new active. Rampage's basic attacks gain increased damage based on his current health. And it's like 3, 4, 5%. So like 5% of a really tanky Rampage is a significant amount of damage. And he can just go to town on people. His ultimate also has been reworked. Rampage grows larger, empowering all his abilities for a duration. Same thing, but his Boulder Throw becomes an instant cast. King of the Jungle regen is multiplied by 4 and activates outside of the jungle. So even if he is out of the jungle, you can use your ultimate and get that jungle regen in lane, and the pounce distance is increased. So obviously this is going to increase when through hero levels, and we'll see how much everything is per the ability level, but it just reworked a little bit, and it really feels really good. Now Revenant Hellfire rounds now deals % bonus basic damage instead of additional ability damage. I like that. With some of the cards that could have been really kind of unbalanced and stuff. So this, it makes him more focused on being a carry, and you know what? That's going to really synergize well with a lot of good cards. Richter, his Shocking Punch. I didn't know it was called that, but okay. Now triggers a punch with a new animation when activated instead of amplifying Richter's next basic attack. Yes! 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 That's exactly what I thought it should be. And you know what? I made that, not prediction, I made that suggestion a while ago, because that is exactly what it needs to be. It was so broken as you would try to empower your basic attack, and then there was a bug where he would just sit there for like 2 seconds unable to basic attack. This is exactly what it needs to be. Perfect! Yes! Perfect! 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 Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, I'm so excited. So good! That makes him infinitely better. He can basic attack cancel. He can use it instantly, exactly when he wants it to. Exactly. Oh, that is so good. So good. Serath, her heresy has been changed. Serath's weakness debuff only applied basic damage now correctly applies scaling damage. So obviously, that's important, as now she will scale with the damage and be even more deadly. Bonus damage is now percent bonus basic damage instead of additional ability damage. Again, that's going to synergize better with cards that you put on her, and the new emphasis on base damage. It's not crit, it's not stuff like that. It's now just base damage and percent basic damage. So really, really good. We can see Wukong. 84,000 hairs. Clones deal 75% reduced damage to structures. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Finally, an answer to the nonsense of Wukong. He himself deals ridiculous damage here in version 42. It is phenomenal. It was just overpowered if when it went to his clone. So this is absolutely 100% warranted. Again, we'll have to see if that is, balanced or not, if it needs to go up or down. We're going to see about that, and that is absolutely phenomenal. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of that. So now, the gameplay systems, it is absolutely huge, guys. Absolutely huge. Gold has replaced card XP as the primary in-game currency. Players now earn gold instead of card experience. I am still really upset it is not Amber, to be honest with you. I wrote a very nice suggestion thing about it, and maybe I will share that with you. I honestly think it should be Amber, 100%. There's no legitimate reason why it should not be, and there's every reason to have it. But anyways, it's now gold. Completely rebalanced in-game economy. Hero kills have changed on the bounty. Minion bounties, passive gold drip, Amberlink, kill streaks. Like, it's still called the Amberlink, for Pete's sake. Amberlink, not Gold Link, Amberlink, gold! Kill streaks, death streaks, and much more. Anything that previously granted card XP now grants gold has been rebalanced. Gold sharing reduced from 60% to 40%. So, in lane, supports, it felt okay, but we're gonna have to see how that really feels when more people get in, what the data says about that. Kill bounties have been adjusted to match the new in-game currency, gold. New formula, base hero bounty plus total gold spent by hero times net worth bonus. So, net worth bonus is all of the gems and cards that the hero has. Then that is a kind of like a fraction, sort of like a thing, like a times 1 point something or point something to kind of increase or decrease it. Then there's total gold spent, which is obviously the total gold spent. Now the base hero bounty is based on how many kills you have and your deaths. So it's just kind of that plus, yeah. So you can see how that works. Base hero bounty is 455 gold when you kill somebody. And then the net worth bonus is 0.01 gold. So that is 0.01 gold. I'm assuming times the value of your cards and your gems or something like that. And then there's a total gold spent by hero. So it'd be interesting. Maybe I'll run some numbers and see what exactly that means. Hero level, the maximum hero level has been increased to 20 instead of 15. Absolutely huge. Now you can scale more into the late game. Heroes still receive 1 ability point per hero level until level 15. Hero level 15 and up, this is just basically increased stats and that sort of thing. So it's still all based on hero level 15, but you just gain more base stats going up from hero level 15. Attack speed has been severely changed here in version 42. And it's been increased for all heroes. Like I said, most casters and most people are 0.95 attacks, and then melee and other people like Crunch, for example, you saw was a bit different. Maximum and minimum speeds have been adjusted. The minimum attack speed here is 0.33 attacks per second. That's 1 attack every 3 seconds. That's really, really, really slow. And the maximum attack speed is 4 attacks per second, guys. That's 240 beats per minute. Like it's almost dumb. It's almost dumb. Yeah, it's almost dumb. It feels kind of silly, to be honest with you. I don't think I personally like it, because you can get there and it feels really dumb. Like the first time you guys use Chimera's Q is Unleash, it's comical. And I'm just being honest, okay? I'm being honest. I don't want to like bash on it or like, but it kind of feels dumb, to be honest with you. It kind of feels dumb for a hero carrying a weapon like a gun. It makes sense. Sparrow, it kind of doesn't make sense. It feels weird. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Critical strikes. Heroes no longer have innate critical strike chance or critical strike damage. No hero had innate critical strike chance. Okay, each instance of critical strike procs independently, and multiple critical strikes can trigger on the same hit. In this case, the bonus damage freaking stacks, man. So example, Greystone attacks a hero for 80 damage while having Shadow Golem and critical hits equipped. Shadow Golem grants a 15% chance to deal 75 bonus damage, and critical hits grants a 20% damage to deal 100% bonus damage. If they both trigger at the same time, that is exactly what can happen. Greystone will deal 80 times 1 plus 0.75 plus 1 equals 220%, 220 damage. So basically, you just add you average out the bonus damage with the chance, and that is what you get. So 220 damage. They can stack. That includes Kalari from stealth. Okay. Or no, actually, you can't crit. Never mind. I'm sorry. Because if it would, that'd be even more overpowered. That video coming out soon. Yeah. So, there you go. So, the respawn timer. It's been hotly debated, and we'll see. You might see why. Respawn timer formula has been adjusted. Formula reworked to respawn time in seconds equals 7 plus hero level times 2 times 1 plus match time minutes times 3%. So example, level 12 steel dies at 18 minutes and 41 match time. Respawn time in seconds equals 7 plus 12 hero level times 2 times 1 plus the match time minutes, which is 18 times 0.03 equals 43.96 seconds. Respawn time is capped at 80 seconds. Finally, there we go. All right, so that was different. That was definitely not an 80-second respawn timer maximum, because yeah, you would die at the 12-minute mark and you'd be gone for like 2 minutes. Like it was pretty crazy. But hey, there you go, 80-second maximum. That feels much better. A huge change is also armor, guys. Armor formula is adjusted. The damage dealt against a target with a negative armor is calculated as damage equals damage times 1 plus 1 minus 0.99 to the power of our armor. So it's pretty crazy. Example, Twin Blast attacks for 105 damage against Gideon with negative 25 armor. Damage dealt is 105 times 1 plus 1 minus 0.99 to the power of 25 equals 128.3 damage. So armor can reach a negative value. If your armor reaches a negative value, you will be dealt additional damage from the damage type. That makes sense, right? Doesn't switch types or anything. You just deal increased damage as you honestly should. So power and penetration and shred and stuff do stack, and it can get people negative. And you know what? That bridge brings more reason to penetration. That was part of the issue with penetration. In the previously, it was just worth it till it wasn't, and then it was totally hurtful to you. Now it's not, and I want to see how that scales. Like the more you get, the more negative. Does it shoot up in value, or does it shoot up quickly and then kind of plateau? I really want to see how that works right there. Mana regen formula again has been reworked. Formula reworked to mana regen equals base regen times 1 plus % increased regen plus flat additional regen. So example, Gadget has 2.14 base mana regen and a card that grants plus 50% mana regen and 2 additional mana regen. So there's now % mana regen and additional mana regen. So mana regen equals 2.14 times 1 plus percent increased regen as a numerical value plus flat additional mana regen equal. So the percent is not a percent of the entire thing. It's only a percent of the base. So if you see plus percent mana regen, it only affects the base, your base mana regen, and not added mana regen. So 50, like if you add 10 additional mana regen, the 50% does not increase that to 15. It just increases the base, and then you add armor on top. Yeah, maybe that can make mana regen not scale like ridiculously, but that is just a consideration. So river buffs, they have changed. Decrease the black buff damage from 100% to 60% base damage. Again, base damage is higher. Oh, it's a lot higher now, so that's definitely warranted. And the red buff damage bonus from 25 to 10%. A couple reasons there. Damage is kind of increased, but the cooldowns on abilities have decreased. So, yeah, we're gonna see how that really affects the gameplay there. Now, minions reduced call for help duration. Call for help defined is when an ally player attacks an enemy player with enemy minions nearby. The enemy minions will aggro the allied player. So the minions will just not help you, will not attack your enemies, and you will not be attacked by enemy minions for as long. So that will just help, you just attack enemy players around minions. You know what? It did honestly feel like a touch too long. Just being honest, just recalling my experience with minions, and you know what? That goes along with my gut. I really, really like that. Prime Helix, removed orb prime cards. Prime will now always give the same buff to all players. Reduced the orb prime damage bonus from 20% to 10%, and reduced the minion health buff from 25% to 12% because they have armor. Minions now have armor. They're harder to kill. Heroes can no longer lifesteal off of Prime Helix. So we believe that a single hero, oftentimes a carry, defeating Prime Helix alone is unhealthy. Finally! Yes! It's a team objective, and if a single player defeats the purpose of this objective, like, finally, yes, good. Yes, a single player cannot do it alone. It's a team objective. A team should be required to take it out. Finally, Prime is designed as a group objective and should require multiple members to take it down. There you go. See? There you go. It's a team objective. Therefore, it should require a team. Boom. You can no longer lifesteal off Prime Helix. Finally. Wonderful change. Phenomenal. Super Minion Waves. All minions in the Super Minion Wave now deal 40% more damage and have 25 more health. Yeah, if you get super minions, it's much harder to take them out, and they deal much more damage. So just increases the power of these waves. And there was an issue of clearing waves, just period. But I hope this doesn't make waves impossible to clear. Just being honest with you. Auras. Increase the default aura radius from 100 units to 1500 units. There's much more auras. There's healing auras and stuff like that. So the auras have been increased in radius. And then attributes have been renamed. Renamed to basic armor to basic defense, and ability armor to ability defense. So it just makes it more just simple. Simple terminology. Basic defense and ability defense. Just really makes that easy to do. So the all-new itemization system here, it's been changed completely. Gold can now be spent on purchasing attribute points. Attribute points grant stacks and additional bonuses upon reaching major gem slots. So agility will always grant you 1.5 attack speed and 1.1 basic defense. Always. With the 25th point of agility will still grant you attack speed and basic defense. Vitality will still grant you max health and health regen. Intellect, max mana and mana regen. But at certain slots along the way, they also grant you 2.25 lifesteal. For slot 7 will grant 5 power. Slot 13, 12 basic defense. Slot 19 will grant you 9 additional attack speed instead of just 1.5. And slot 25, 9 basic damage. So at those slots, at those points, it gives you a little bit of a bonus. So that 2.25 lifesteal actually is really nice. It is actually really nice, to be honest with you, and you seriously do notice it. Vitality here, slot 1 grants you health regen. Pretty good amount, 2.2. That was a healer token, guys. That was a healer token. Slot 5 is 5 power. Slot 13 is 12 ability armor. Slot 19 is 9 attack speed. And slot 25 is 9 basic damage. So that 5 power, carries can use that. Everybody can use that. So it is important to know. Slot 1, 35 max mana. It's a significant amount. Slot 7, 3.2% ability damage. Wow, that's pretty good. Plus 40% mana regen. Holy cow. 6 power at slot 19 and 15% cooldown reduction at slot 25. That wasn't very clear earlier, but hopefully that is clear in the screen. It'll say, like, next point gives you bleh. That will hopefully say there so you know where that is. So general changes, guys. Sorry for this being so long. Is we emphasize the visual and auditory response players will receive when they land a killing blow. Amber orbs have been visually changed to gold, and new sound effects have been added. It should be amber, guys. It should be amber. So basically, it just goes cha-ching, cha-ching, and there's a gold explosion. Visual and sound effects are more obvious to the player. Hopefully that it's louder and more obvious. Players will only see and hear effects when they get the killing blow. So you don't hear constant cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching all across the map. Teammates will no longer see or hear these effects if they do not land the killing blow. Polish and bug fixes increase the range of the Raptor Camp's projectiles. Previously, the Raptor Camp would not deal damage to their target if they were at the projectile's maximum range. Raptors will no longer miss their target if they are at the maximum range. Increase the duration of Tier 1 Tower's armor bonus from 5 minutes to 7 minutes, just to emphasize the laning phase. And the laning phase, at least in my experience, was longer, and it felt really, really good. There's a whole blog about the PS4 controller layouts. Go check out that if you guys care. Polish and bug improvements improved and clarified the text tooltip messages, adjust the positioning of home base pads, improved Steel's AI behavior, it was pretty terrible, and increased the spawn time of enemy minions. Also, the AI have changed. Offlane and carry bots will no longer assist opposite lanes. This cuts down extended early game roaming from bots. Bots will now target the gold buff more often in the early game. The offlane bot will now attempt to steal gold camps. A support bot will no longer attack gold camps, although they still steal your freaking last hits. Carry and offlane bots will always prioritize pushing mid lane if their tier 1 tower is down and enemy mid lane tier 1 tower is still up. Interesting. Higher level bots will now recall a lower health percentage to keep them in the fight longer. Some general changes. Draft screen has updated. It looks really good. Heroes now display their mastery rank in the draft lobby for all to see, and added an option to hide your mastery crown if you don't want it or it just doesn't fit with your skin in the customization tab. All of this stuff here, it's really exciting. The in-game UI has been changed, redesigned card shop, added a new quick buy screen to purchase attributes while in the field, so you don't have to like go back and stuff, and it's really simple. Redesigned the scoreboard, even replaced the old card XP wheel with current gold count. Move to the top left of the screen. You guys will see. Added these appear after the first game you play. Series of tutorial pop-up that explains the new UI changes. The menu have changed. Added the chest selection, loot, crate, cards, decks, and gems tab out of the collection tab. The profile overview tab has been removed because you can see everything anyways. Hero page update, redesigned the mastery tab. It looks phenomenal. And the store updates. You can now preview items inside of loot crates, obviously, and remove the masteries and card packs from the store. So you can just go to your hero, go to the mastery section, and then you can just unlock the mastery from there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's changed, and that is freaking it, guys. The game, it's an entirely brand new game. It is no longer the Paragon you know of. It looks absolutely just amazing. It feels good. It does feel good. It's feels easier, but super complex and intricate at the same time. And the gameplay, you know what? We're gonna have to see, you guys. What can I say? I am absolutely blown away by what the Paragon team continues to do and what Paragon is becoming, and I hope you guys are honestly too. Such a huge day. Sit back and enjoy. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community, and of course, guys, subscribe. You guys like this content, especially if you found it useful. Please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. If you would like to support me on a regular basis, please head on over to my Patreon account where you can make a pledge to help me do what I love. Till next time, like always, guys, stay optimistic and positive.